Yo, what's good, fam? It's Brian, aka the infamous CPA, and today I'm going to be going through a game of cash flow. So I'm going to teach y'all how to play cash flow and how it can actually help you learn some very, very important financial topics. But let's go ahead and get into it. So let me get this out of the way. Cool. All right. So first, you go in here, you set up your party. And then you can go ahead and begin the game. You can play alone, you can play with other people, however you want to do it. So today I'm gonna be playing alone. So first and foremost, you got to choose your dream. So you choose, essentially what's your why? What's the why for you doing everything you can do to get out of the rat race? So they got a ton of different options. And I'm gonna just pick one. Let's see. Let's see what I want to do. What I want to do. Be a jet setter. Think I should have made the stock market for kids one. I think I'm gonna go with the stock market for kids when we come back around. But cool. And then it tells you what your occupation is. It tells you your starting salary. It tells you how much you have in savings as well. And then you go ahead. So I choose my dream stock market for kids, and then you're gonna roll. And depending on what you land on, you're gonna get a couple of options. But so I landed on an opportunity. So I can pick a small or large deal. But before we even get into the deal, let me tell you why this person is already winning. This person has a budget. As you can see here, you're bringing in 1,600 every single paycheck. And then you have all your expenses already laid out: taxes, mortgage, car loan, credit card, retail payments, and other expenses, right? So now they know every time they get paid, they have $650 to invest, to save, to spend, whatever they want to do with it. But they have an idea of how much money they have coming in and where it is going. So this person is already winning. Then at the bottom, they also have, assets and liability section. So they actually are tracking their assets and liabilities, which is dope as well. This person is winning because they are financially organized for sure, man. So I play this game a lot, and I played it a lot during my financial journey because, man, it really helps reiterate a lot of solid financial concepts. But let's get into this deal opportunity. So since I don't really have a lot of capital, I'm gonna pick a small deal. So here's the opportunity, right? This stock has crashed. It says market panic causes crash in the shares of the longtime maker of medicine. So it typically trades from anywhere from $5 to $40. That's a trading range. But now since it crashed, the cost is $1. So this is opportunity because when you think about the stock market, all you're doing is essentially buying low and selling high, right? At the very most basic level. So in this case, it's a great opportunity to buy a bunch of this stock, however much we can buy, and then wait for it to go up. So I'm gonna actually buy some. I'm gonna buy as much as I can because I'm a risk taker. I'm gonna buy 400 shares for $400. Let's say go to $40 per share, go all the way up. I'm a I'm a 40x my money. That $400 is gonna turn into what, 16,000 maybe? My math is right. Cool. I end the turn. I'm gonna roll again. I just got paid 650. Cool. So I also give you opportunities like this, right? Let's say you own a three bed, two bath house, and you bought it for 60 grand. So this buyer is gonna offer to buy your house. If you bought it for 60 grand, you could profit 40 grand. But if you don't have any of these assets, then you obviously can't take advantage of this. So it basically simulates real life opportunities that can happen to you once you get really on your grind with making money, start investing, things of that nature. And it gives you ideas on what you can actually go out and do and how you can do it and what the outcome would be. That's what I really love about this game. So I just got paid 650 again. And you can check your financial statement at any time. So now I got paid twice, so now I'm up to 1460 in cash. I still got my 400 shares over here, and I can actually, if I wanted to, I wanted to decrease my expenses, I can actually click repay. And I can go to my liability section and say, okay, I have 1,000 in retail debt. If I pay off this 1,000, it's going to it's going to decrease my expenses by how much? $50. So then I can say, okay, well, is that worth it? For me, that really isn't worth it. $50 isn't, a huge shift. So I wouldn't do it. Same thing with credit cards. I can pay $2,000 to save $60 a month, or to decrease my expenses by $60 a month. But the juice really isn't worth the squeeze for me. And the same thing with the car loan too. 4,000, pay off 4,000 to save $60 a month. It's really not worth it. So I wouldn't pay off any of those debts right now. My number one priority right now, actually starting out, is to really get a big emergency fund. Because something that can happen in this game is you can lose all of your cash if you land, on a certain piece of the board, or if you land on a certain piece of the board. So you want to make sure you have at least 1 month of expenses in an emergency fund, freedom fund, whatever you want to call it. You can see I got a little bit over that. I'm gonna cancel here and I'm gonna go back to growth. We got another opportunity. This is stock split. They say things are going so well for the company that their shares have just split. This is a positive outcome where the stock has split 2-for-1, which means if I own 2 of those shares, now I own 4 of them. In my case, I own 400 shares, so now I have 800 shares. So typically what this would do, it would actually cut the price of the stock in half. So let's say I bought it for $1 and it was still trading at that dollar during that stock split. But now I have 800 shares, but instead of each of them being worth $1, now they're each worth 50 cents. But on the flip side, as that stock starts to rise, the more shares you have, obviously, the more your stocks are worth. So in this case, let's say I have 400 shares. The stock split 2-for-1. And I have 800 shares. Now that stock goes to $40. But now instead of making 16,000 like I originally would have made, now I'm making 32,000. So I have more shares. So hopefully that happens to me. Y'all will see it in real time. And also things like this happen, right? Play your lucky lottery numbers. I gotta pay $100. It takes random money. You can have babies on here and it'll actually increase your monthly expenses as well. Things like that actually happen. Life happens. But whatever life throws at you, still got to keep pushing forward and escape that rat race. So this is an opportunity to somebody's buying duplexes, fourplexes, and eightplexes, but I don't have any assets that match that card, so I can't take advantage. Let's see here, another deal opportunity. All right, cool. So look, now here's my drug stock that I bought. Now it's trading for $50. So the play worked out perfectly, like literally to perfection. Where we started with 400 shares, got the 2-for-1 stock split. Now we have 800, and now we get to sell and cash out for $50 a share at the top of the market. So let's see. So our $400 just turned to $40,000. Let's get it. So now we got some. Now we can play with some gas. I gotta buy toys for my kids. It's Christmas. Gotta buy the kids some toys. Pay $50. That's cool. We're gonna get an opportunity. Now we're going big, because now our goal is to get out the rat race, right? So we need at least our passive income to match our total expenses. That's the overall goal of the first half of the game. So in this case, let's see this opportunity. Successful pizza chain expanding into production of frozen pizzas for grocery stores. Owner needs capital for equipment. So it costs 20 bands and the cash flows $800. I got to put 20,000 down. So I'm going to take this only because it's not a bad deal. It's actually just under 50% cash on cash return over the course of a year, because you cash flow $800 a month. That's $9,600 a year. and you're putting down 20,000. So it's a little bit under that 50% mark. But I still have plenty. I will still have plenty of capital, and now I'll have 800 out of the 950 I actually need in order to escape the rat race. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. And now what I'm gonna do is I can actually end the game by doing something really slick. So remember how that retail payment, credit card payment, car loan payment wasn't worth it to pay off early on? Well, now it is because I need $150 or to decrease my expenses by $150 or increase my passive income by $150. But I have this credit card payment, retail payment, and car loan payment, which is 60, 60, and 50, which is $170. I can just pay those three off, which is a total of, what is that, 7 grand? And I can get out the rat race right now. This is a savvy way to get out of it. And then you can get to playing the real game. But look, I'm out the rat race. I built up my passive income to be greater than my total expenses. And now this is when you enter the fast track. So essentially, once you get passive income to cover all your monthly expenses, now you're in the fast track because you can take 100% of your income and put that towards saving, investing, and really getting rich. So let's show you what this looks like. So what they do is they give you 100 times your passive income currently, and then to win the game, you have to increase your cash flow by 50,000. So now it's like whatever your monthly expenses is, let's say it was 5,000. You reach that, but now on top of that 5,000, you got to increase that passive income number to 50,000. Because then you set. You got 600,000 a year coming in passive. You a little bit more than set, because then you can just invest, and it'll keep compounding. Cool. Oh, this is crazy. So I actually landed on my dream. So one thing that's pretty dope in this game is if you actually land on your dream, that's why you select your dreams in the beginning of the game. If you land on it, you can actually buy your dream, and you win. But I rolled on it on my first one, and I don't have enough cash to actually buy it. I have 80 bands and it's 125 bands. So I gotta pass, which sucks. I never land on my thing, so that was crazy. All right, let's see. I got an opportunity here. It costs 200 bands. I gotta pass. I don't have enough capital, so let's not even waste time. All right, I got paid. I paid 80 bands. Now I got 160 bands cash. I landed on somebody else's dream, so I can't do nothing with that. So I landed on somebody else's dream again. We can't do nothing with that. Somebody else's dream again. So you really can't do nothing when you land on somebody else's dream. So it's really about landing on opportunities and then passing far enough to get paid again. Here's an opportunity I got to pass on. I still don't got no cash. One thing that what I like to land on is donations. So you can actually donate to charity, and you'll get the opportunity to roll multiple die, like 2 or 3 die. So then you can move around the game or around this particular part of the board faster. And the faster you move around the board, the more times you get paid, the more opportunities you can take advantage of to increase your cash flow. But I seem to keep landing on people's dreams. What does it say? Oh, it's an opportunity. Buy 500 shares at 10 cents a share. If you roll a 5 or a 6 on one die, shares go to $1 a share. If you roll 5 or 6 on one die, shares go to $1 a share. Get 500,000 cash from the bank. Roll less than 5, you get $0. Ooh. So they also throw out gambling opportunities like this, where you can bet $50 and take the risk. Like in this case, I could do it because I have sufficient cash, but I don't really have enough cash. So is it worth it? Not really. I'll pass. But I could have. Now I got 322 grand. I got paid again. His opportunity. 50,000 month cash flow if you roll 4 or higher on one die, or else 0% cash flow. So now, if this was 50,000, this opportunity was 50,000 last time, I would have bought this. But now this is crazy. 225,000. Nah. See, look, see, things like this happen as well. Lawsuit. I lost half of my cash. So I'm glad I wouldn't have gambled that 50 grand. Now half of my cash isn't so bad. I still got 161 grand. But now I can't take advantage of that opportunity. I landed on somebody else's dream. Let's see, opportunity. 5,000 month cash flow, 40% cash on cash return. It costs 150 grand. I've seen better opportunities in this game, so I wouldn't want to spend 150 grand to just get 5,000 in cash flow. In real life, maybe, but not in this game. All right, cool. Landing on somebody else's dream. Beauty salons, 2001 cash flow, 48% cash on cash return. Ooh, that was passive cash flow in real life. Man, it was course of 10 years. That would be a crazy deal. Got paid again. See, this part of the game is not the funnest unless it's like multiple people made it to this side of the track. Otherwise, it's just a matter of going around, purchasing things to increase your cash flow, evaluating if it's a good deal or not, and then kind of moving forward. This is another case where the cash flow to me is just super, super low, and I don't want to risk all of that cash. What happened? Oh. Landing on other people's dream. I'm back to 300 grand in cash. Let's see if we can get paid again. Yep, got paid again. Landed on somebody else's dream. As got 400 grand now. We got some less opportunity. Hopefully, I either land on my dream or get some more opportunity. There we go. Landed right on my dream. Spoken into existence. Let's get it. So that's it. That was a quick tutorial on how to play cash flow. I hope you learned something. I hope you actually take the time out to play it consistently, because it can really help your financial mindset, man, and give you some ideas on some things you can do to make money, to invest, to ultimately build wealth for your family. Well, I'm out. Peace.